This is Andrea. How is everybody? I hope that you can hear me. So, Janice, if you are there, let me know that you are on and you can hear me. This is what I need to know. Can you hear me? I'm just going to write a comment here. Can you hear me? Because I am trying this on my computer, my Mac. I see that some people are on. Can you hear me? Oh, good. Okay, that's awesome. Thanks, Jules. Good to see you all on here. I might just try and put. Sorry, I'm so sorry that I am late, but I was on a meeting for our pit stop, and I'm one of the trainers, which is super exciting. My first training here in Australia, because obviously we're getting back to normality, and we had a bit of an extended meeting. So I am here to chat to you about, I can see the comments there. Okay, good. A little bit more about skincare and how we can promote skincare in a few different ways. So for me, I can honestly tell you that for a very long time, my main source of income from sales was makeup, mostly lip scents, mascara, things like that. The basics, right? But really, what we want to be pushing more than anything is our skincare, because it is our like big money item, right? And now with our it's always been an amazing product. I absolutely love our skincare, but we now have the most beautiful packaging on the planet. In fact, you can see over there on the bench is some of the skincare, because that's actually mine waiting to go in my bathroom. But recently I feel like my skincare sales have taken a jump upwards. And that is because of a few things. Firstly, because obviously I feel that I am promoting it more with my customers. And obviously that is the number one thing. If you're not talking about the product, hey guys, don't forget to invite your teamies in too. Make sure that there is a button for each of you to push to invite other people in. So don't forget that. What is this? Community standards. They've popped something here. I understand. Okay. It's all a bit different, when you do it on your computer than on your phone, but my phone was going to die. So that's why I'm doing this. So one thing that obviously sells is sharing the product. So if you're just sharing about lip scents, guess what? That's what you're going to sell. And because for a long time, when we first got into this business, well, I first got into this business 8 years ago, it was all lip scents, lip scents, lip scents, right? And that is also what caused the company boom, if you like, because everyone was sharing lip scents videos, wow videos, and that's what we were selling. And it's still to this day, it is like sometimes annoying, right? Because you'll tell people, oh, you're part of a direct selling makeup company, or you work for a makeup company, or however you choose to say it, and they'll say, what company, right? Now, of course, you say Sheasense, I say Senegence. No one's heard of Senegence, right? But in Australia, I can tell you, in Canada it was not so much, but in Australia, most people have heard of Lip Sense, which is amazing, right? So good. But they have no clue that we have other products, that we're part of Senegence. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Jules. Hi, Louise. Hi, everybody. Thanks for inviting people in, Janice. They have no idea that we are part of this amazing company that has everything, basically everything, right? Shampoo, body wash, skincare, makeup, men's shaving cream, like hand soap. I know you guys don't have a few of the things, but look, we have so much product that, you know, we need people to know about it, right? So number one is you need to be a product of the product. And not only be a product of the product, but be sharing that with people, either in person or online, whatever your forte is, what's your, you know, how you work your business. We all know that face to face is going to get the best results. So I know that lots of you do face to face, or you do demos, you do in-home, you have in-home parties, sales, events. All of these places are an opportunity to talk about skincare, right? So rather than inviting people to a LipSense demo, why don't we invite people along to find out more about what else we do, right? And that's where you need to get the faces, sit them down at a table. It's not just everyone in, 10, 12 people, choose some colors. We want to really promote more about skincare. And we want people to sit down at a table, and that's why you need really 4 to 6 people. That's all we need to encourage someone to host a demo. Is seriously, they need 3 to 5 friends, right? I'm sure that you know 3 to 5 people that you could have along for a pamper night, right? That's all we're going to do, is invite people along for a pamper night. Again, you can do this at home. You can do this yourself at home, right? 3 to 5 people, sit down, we're going to do the skincare. Now, you can choose to do that on their face. You can choose to do it on their hand. Up to you, right? It's totally up to you what you wish to do and how you wish to do it. But if we're not pushing it, we're not selling it, right? So getting people to get the product on their face. The other thing that you need to always be doing is, for every single person who purchases from you, needs to be getting skincare samples. If you don't have the skincare samples on hand, I can guarantee that when you purchase and you make that investment and you purchase these samples, you will sell the products. And I have a perfect example of this. So over the Christmas holidays, my daughter's future parents-in-law they joined us for Christmas, and we were talking about, Haley was talking about the skincare. That's my daughter, because she asked from me for Christmas the full set of cleanser, daytime and nighttime moisturizer. So of course her mother-in-law said, you know, oh, that's great, Haley, that you got those presents. She said, I've been having trouble with my moisturizer. I feel like my face is sticky. And I'm like, well, what do you use? Well, of course, it was just a store-bought, we'll say cheaper product, right? And so off I went to my office and I brought her some samples of the skincare and also the CCTM, because I'm going to go back to your messages in a minute, because she also had mentioned, you know, how she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, but she needs something. So I sent her off with those samples, and guess what? She contacted me and said, Andrea, I want the skincare and I want the tinted moisturizer. So that was a great sale for me, right there, and a new customer, because she's never bought from me before. She lives in Tasmania, which is far away from where I live, on an island. If you don't know Australia, it's an island, and she's far away. So that's a new customer for me, all because I gave her some samples. So sometimes you have to be reminded as well yourself that these things work. So you know, if say you've got away from giving samples and you haven't been doing that with all your orders, I hadn't been doing it with all my orders, right? So this is a perfect reminder that every single order that you send out or give out, you need to include at least our basic set of skincare: cleanser, daytime, nighttime, moisturizer, right? And I would definitely add in the CCTM because, well, in Australia, it's our #1 seller, absolutely, because of the heat and because it doesn't come off. I mean, that's all I use on the daily is CCTM. And this is mine, new bottle coming soon. And the new bottle, the new packaging. I'm so excited. I rarely use the foundation. CCTM is it for me. I absolutely love it. And of course, this was put on this morning. So this is the end of the day for me. It's like 8:45, something like that at night. Makeup still on, all of that stuff. I'm just going to read what Janet has got written here. Just a handful around the table. Yes. And really is the only way to promote skincare is when there is just that table amount of people, Janice. As you know, I've done demos where there's many more people than that, and there's no way you can do, you know, unless you just do a little bit on their hand, you can't get it on people's faces when there's more than a table full of people. What else has Janice got here? Used to take wet rolled up face cloths in a Tupperware box, of course in Tupperware, and put them in the hostess's microwave so they can try everything on their face. So same here, I've got all matching face cloths, hand towels. Mine are all hot pink because I love pink, right? And you need that when you're doing people's skin and you're doing pamper sessions. You need to think about what you need with you, and you definitely need those face cloths. And people do love a facial if you can promote it as a pamper morning or a pamper evening, right, with their girlfriends around the table. Even if it's in the conservatory, whatever, wherever it needs to be, if you've got a nice conservatory with a table in it, listen to people and strike while the iron's hot. Of course. Morning, Andrea. Didn't refresh. Yeah, that's okay. Hi, Julie. So there's a couple of ideas right there. Something else that you might consider doing is having, like, I know that lots of you do mega parties. The big thing right now is messenger parties, and a messenger party could absolutely be specific to skincare. You can have a skincare messenger party. You can have a skincare boot camp. That's something that really works, is a skincare boot camp, and you can run it, say, Monday to Friday. We have templates for that. I don't know if you guys use boards. I can't remember if we've talked about that before, but definitely the US use the Boards app, and let me know if you've got that, because, or if you guys have access to that, because some of the templates are amazing for things like a 5-day mascara madness, for example, or a skincare boot camp. Skincare boot camp is absolutely where you would have enrolled the customers who wish to take part. They are added to a special group. You have sent them all the samples, and throughout that week, you work your way through those samples, including, of course, the basics, the CCTM, any other, you know, anti-aging products that you might want to add in. I don't think anyone uses boards here, and I would love to see those templates you spoke about before, boards for skin. Okay, I will see what I can find in the boards for that and get those to you. Absolutely. Something that I'm working on for training for PIT is actually doing like a challenge mania. So like picking a certain product. Now that could be a CCTM. That is part of our skincare range, right? We need not just skincare. We need good makeup on top of our skincare. So the CCTM is a great one to even start with. Get your customers into the rhythm of doing like a 5-day program. Then you can promote maybe the skincare boot camp. But and that's actually what I'm training on, is putting together something like that, choosing a product. What is your goal? How many do you want to sell? Even if it is a cleanser, right? How many cleansers are you going to sell? How many people are you going to get on the skincare program? But the boot camp is really, really good. I have a few distributors in my downline. One in particular, she does the skincare boot camp a lot, and it really works. She has a lot of customers on the skincare. So there's so many different ways that we can promote all our products, but you need to think about what are the money making products, right? Where are you going to make the most money? Because if you think about it, when somebody gets on the skincare and they are an avid user like you, think about how much you need to purchase yourself for your use. Right now, I would say probably everything's different. I would say my cleanser probably lasts 4 or 5 months, right? So even if it's just 2 cleansers a year, 2 days, 2 nights, I think the nighttime I probably go through 3, maybe more. We're all different. We all use different amounts. I find you don't need a lot of anything. That's also something great to promote, because people don't want to spend a lot of money on something and then it's gone, right? They want things to last. So this is all part of what you need to share. And of course, they need to see you doing live skincare off, skincare on. What products do you use? So it's getting confident as well, doing the live videos and sharing that with people. That was probably the hardest thing for me, was showing people myself taking my makeup off in my bathroom, so therefore Andrea no makeup on, right? I do it and I still don't love it, but I will do it, especially if I'm in some sort of boot camp. It really is only the customers who know you that are going to see that. So remember that it's not the whole world. I don't think I've ever shared that on my personal Facebook page. I do share some things on my first personal page, but not really things like that in detail, Senegent stuff. So they want to see you and what you use as well. So that's where we go back to, it is all about you being a product of the product. If you are not using solely all these products, you are missing out. Like, seriously, I know that we all age. I'm aging, I'm getting some of the lines, right? But I can honestly tell you that if I did not use these products, there would be a stack of wrinkles right there. That is from using great skincare, great makeup that doesn't clog your pores, all those things, right? We need to be a product of the product. So if you are not using everything, why not, right? Why are you not? If you're using other products as well as some Senegents, why? This is the best product on the planet, right? It truly is. And we have absolutely everything that we need at our fingertips. That's what you've got to share with other people. And I'll be honest, like, I don't know why, even from the start, when it was all LipSense, I didn't push skincare more, because I am a huge skincare advocate, not just for Senegents, but for skincare, because it's something I've done since the age of 18 avidly. I cannot go to bed at night till it's all taken off, no matter how late it is, how tired I am, nothing. No, I can't do it, right? And if I see people who don't do it, it freaks me out. So, you know, if anybody should be promoting skincare a lot, it is someone who's used it their whole life, which I consider I have. And I just think, obviously, we don't know. I don't know. None of us know if we didn't use skincare, what would we look like? I'm sure we wouldn't look the same. I'm sure we'd have more wrinkles. So we do have to promote us, right? Us using those products for sure. So first and foremost, if you are not using everything, start using everything, right? You will thank me for it. Secondly, start promoting it, sharing it every way you can. You know, we all have either a business group, a VIP group, a business page. Obviously, the business page is visible to everybody. Your VIP group, I have a VIP group that is, it's called my VIP group because it is basically for all my new customers here in Australia. And they are people who have bought from me since I've been in Australia, who have obviously said yes to joining my group. They are people who are interested in this product. So they are the people that I share the most with. I don't go live as much as I should, right? I need to do that more. This is why I tell you, when I teach and train other people, it makes me remember what I don't always do as much as I should, right? So learn from that. People want to see you. It's great to share other videos because we want people to see different ages, different people, different results, but they still want to see you, their favorite SheerSense lady, right? So be more visible. Kaylee has had a lazy month with skincare and OMG, my skin is awful. See, if you don't use it, I'm sure you notice. I cannot ever not use it, Kaylee. So I don't know what the result would be, but I'm pretty sure it would be not pretty, right? So there you go. That's a perfect thing that you can share, Kaylee, is how you have had, you know, the worst month with your skincare and you have noticed a difference. You could even do a now, after having not used it regularly, to 2 weeks time, use it every day, every night, and share the results with people, right? So it's all about sharing, trying to promote those in-house pamper sessions, making sure you are giving out the samples, right? Key. Give out samples. They do sell. And yes, they cost us money. But where in this world can we make money without spending money? We have to spend something to make something. All right. And if that is in the cost of samples, believe me, you'll get the money back tenfold, 20-fold when you promote the samples. Absolutely. Right. Be a product of the product. Share. Post on your group. Post in your page. Sometimes post in your personal, right? Sometimes. Well, you're all friends with me. You know I don't post a lot. I posted the other day the graphic about all the things they get for free this month because I just had to share that in Australia they can have $986 of free product when they place a qualifying order. Some things we just have to share, right? And so keep it to a minimum on your personal, I find, but that's totally up to you. Plus, customers love it when they get something free. Oh my gosh, they absolutely do. And I feel like every order I send out, have I put skincare in every one? No, but I do put a free something, a free sample of something in every order. It's often CCTM, I'll be honest. I often do put a light to medium or a medium CCTM. I don't always know people's skin color. but it's going to give them a feel for the product. We can always color match at a later date. But I have recently been investing in more skincare samples so that I can send those out, because I've seen what results I get from sharing the product, right? And obviously it's great that my daughters all use it and can share that with their friends. So a lot of my oldest daughter is, well, she's going to be 30 this year. Can't believe I've got a 30-year-old nearly. But a lot of her friends use Senegence and buy Senegence. So that's, obviously she's promoted it also in all the time I've been. She was like 22 or 21 when I joined. She was 21 actually when I joined Senegence. So she's promoted it amongst her girlfriends, and some of her girlfriends have been and are still on my team as distributors. So, when you share this with your family, first and foremost, you will have other people interested in this. So don't go past, when they say the old saying in direct sales, write a list. The list is, I always say, if who are the people you go to first to promote this business to? And these could be the people you go to first to promote skincare, right? If you are married, or you were getting married now, right? If you were getting married now, because obviously I've been married for 24 years on Valentine's Day, I would probably invite different people to my wedding than I did 24 years ago. So if you were getting married today, who would you invite to that wedding? That is your list, right? That is your list of people you are going to go to ask for the pamper party, ask for the one-on-one session. Like, I have my office set up here that people can come in here and have a one-on-one, either makeup session or skincare session, right? If you've got the space to do that, do it. It works. That's, the last time I had I promoted makeovers was, I think, in October, and my sales skyrocketed because I had 10 people come to my house for a full-on makeover. Skyrocketed, right? It was my best month of the whole year. So promote the one-on-ones, get them into your home, all right? Loads of ideas, loads of ways, but start thinking more about what other products that are high ticket items can I promote other than just lip sense or just mascara. Like, talk about everything. Talk about the other things. Put them together as packages, right? Build packages. I will share with Janice about, yeah, that is a great idea for Kaylee, I think, about the boards. I'll go and find a boot camp and see what I can send to you, Janice. Boards is really great. You guys can certainly join into boards. You just got to have the boards app. There are so many sharing, caring top leaders in the company that share their boards or their templates. Basically, boards is a whole pile of templates, and basically if you're doing a skincare boot camp, it's start to finish of a boot camp. If you're doing a mascara mania, start to finish of a mascara mania. It's all there for you, and you basically copy and paste into Facebook. It's so awesome. So, oh my gosh, there's always something we can talk about, isn't there? Lisa always puts a free sample in with the orders. That's great, Lisa. Keep on doing it. Share. Make sure you're putting some sort of sample into every single order, or giving samples to people. All right. I hope that helps. I wish you all, I haven't seen you this new year, so happy new year to everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and start of 2023. It's hard to say a new year, isn't it, because you're so used to saying the old one. But let's hope that this year is better than last. We are getting over, of course, a few years of craziness, and it feels like the start of this year is a start of normal normality for everybody. So let's make 2023 an amazing year for all of us. I know that you guys have got things planned, seminar planned, all those different things. I'm sure you've got a few events coming up. Keep up with your training, share this with everybody, and go promote skincare. I'll talk to you all next month. Have a fabulous rest of January, and I'll see you all really soon. Thanks for having me, Janice. See you.